Sheffield, Massachusetts, June 11th, 2018.
Well, we're pretty much here now.
Author and researcher Mike Bara has joined abduction experiencer Tom Reed to visit the site where Tom says he and members of his family were abducted after encountering a strange UFO nearly 50 years ago.
Does it evoke any memories or emotions, bring back anything?
Like an anxiety.
Really?
Or nervousness, I guess.
The UFO was reportedly seen not only by the Reed family, but also by multiple witnesses all across western Massachusetts.
Okay, so I guess here we are. This is the spot, right? Can you kind of paint me a picture of what was going on that night? What happened the day you drove up this road?
Well, first of all, it was like 90 degrees. It was a really hot night. And there were an awful lot of families outside because it was Labor Day. It was September 1st, 1969, which was a Labor Day holiday.
Okay. Can you describe what people saw? I mean, did they see just a light in the sky?
Yeah, they
Did
also saw
see
something a little bit different.
What do you remember about what happened to you and your family?
There's a lot of time that went by, and I only remember little pieces of it. But we were coming right down this road here, and we were heading through the bridge. And let me show you.
Okay.
All right?
At 9 p.m. on the night of the sighting, 10-year-old Tom and his mother, grandmother, and brother were just minutes from getting home when they crossed the bridge.
Well, I was in the back seat behind the driver, my mother, and my grandmother was sitting in the passenger seat, was the first one to notice that there was an odd light that didn't seem to make sense. There was a bleed of light coming through the bridge.
So light was coming through places it should not have been if it
It
was
was
just
coming to the
headlights.
walls a little bit, coming to the floorboards. Then we exited the bridge. This is the spot right there. This is where we first saw it, Mike.
So can you describe what you saw?
Yeah, it was like a orb, if you would, or a sphere. And it was about, I'm gonna say maybe 30, 40 yards round. It was a perfectly round sphere. And it had rods of light that seemed to fire from it. So it looked like a sugar cone or an ice cream cone.
So none of you has ever seen anything like this before?
No, not like that, no.
As Tom's mother continued driving slowly down the road, the object flew on a route parallel to theirs until it took an abrupt turn, cutting them off.
The car comes to a stop, and there's a feeling that came over the car, which was like some type of a field. And we were just gone. We weren't in the car anymore. And I remember seeing a light or a door of some kind, and I was grabbed like this on my left arm, and I was kind of pushed towards this door. I went into the door, and I was sitting on almost like an autopsy table. And I saw what looked like some type of a large insect, like an ant, if you will. Very stick-like legs, bamboo almost. And that's what frightened me. And then I was out. Then I remember waking back in the car.
If you could remember every single detail, every single thing that happened to you, would you want to?
I want to know, but at the same time, I'm not sure that's a good thing at this point. It's confusing. You know, I kind of need to know everything that happened, but at the same time, there's really no way for me to do that.